So today we're checking out Nectar 3, which is an audio plugin made by Izotope, and we're going to check it out in many different scenarios because it is a vocal suite that can be used in dialogue, music production, and live broadcasting. So it's a pretty versatile tool for vocals. We're also going to check out the newly added option, Vocal Assistant, which is an algorithm that figures out your custom preset for you. And of course, there's a link in the description box. If you like this, it will help support this channel, as well as give you an additional 40% off for a limited time only. So please check out that deal. It will help support this channel at no additional cost for you. So let's check this out.
All right, guys, so I know y'all want the vocal assistant to be done first, so let's go ahead and play the example audio that we're gonna use.
Whoa, just run it by me. Whatever you need, leave that to a G.
So I can see the audio that I use definitely needs some work. And we're gonna go ahead to vocal assistant right here. And you see you have two options. So you have assistant, where it will listen to your audio and then create the custom preset, of course, for you, and vocal chain. And then you have a mask, of course, where you can use that in conjunction with like a reference audio of your choice. So if you have some reference audio that is pretty good to use, then use it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and click next here, and we're gonna use assist. I do want to say right here in the assist right here that in the vibes, if you select vintage or modern, that there will be some reverb added. So just keep that in mind when you're using that. And in dialogue, they do suggest a reverb, but you know, they don't have it turned on by default. They don't turn on the noise. They suggest a noise gate for you, but they do not turn it on by default either, just in case you might not want that. And then of course you have intensity. So we're just gonna go ahead, moderate. So it want me to play the audio. So let's hear the magic happen in real time.
Whoa, just run it by me. Whatever you need, leave that to a G. Cause you got that whip appeal. 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 Whatever you want, just run it by me. Whatever you need, leave that to a G. Cause you got that whip appeal. 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 Whatever you want, just run it by me. Whatever you need, leave that to a G.
All right, so you got to be careful about clicking accept, because sometimes if you double click it and the EQ is the first band, this is the first option that comes up, you'll augmentate one of your bands. So accept. There you go. And as you can see, the EQ was right there. And let's play it again.
Whoa, just run it by me. Whatever you need, leave that to a G. Cause you got that whip appeal.
So of course, like I was saying, the gate is not on, and as you can hear the background noise in those vocals there. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the gate on right here, and let's hear that.
Whoa, just run it by me. Whatever you need, leave that to a G. Cause you got that whip appeal. 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 Whatever you want.
So with that, as you can see, it's pretty strong as a noise gate. Of course, you can do several adjustments. You can set the close and the open to whatever you want here.
Whoa, just run it by me. Whatever you need, leave that to a G. Cause you got that whip appeal. 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 Whatever you want, just run it by me. Whatever you need, leave that to a G. Cause you got that whip appeal.
Of course, you can set different ratios, which will help with how the gate is.
Whoa, just run it by me.
If you set a very low ratio like this, obviously the gate will be open a lot. So, you know, you just got to be mindful about how you have the gate. The attack, you know, if you have it all the way to the left,
whoa, just run it by me.
There'll be a fast attack, and to the right,
whoa, just run it by me.
A slow attack. And the same will be for the release. Next, we have EQ. The EQ section right here is pretty good. I mean, I think it's a really dope one because you have, not only do you have control of a lot of bands here, when you add bands, you can see where you can add bands at just by going to the bands, the band level or the frequency levels. And you can go right here, select different bell shapes and all kind of that. You got low shelves, high shelves, low pass, high pass. Oh my gosh, this thing is insane. But they didn't stop there. It's not just like a regular parametric EQ. It's a dynamic EQ as well. So you can turn on the dynamic, and then you can just hit the game button here.
Whoa, just run it by me.
And then you can just add like compression to a specific part of the band. So that's pretty good too. And that is the same for the EQ too. So you can do whatever you want here. So yeah, of course, as you see, it's two different EQs and they are doing two different things. Of course, you have a de-esser.
Whoa, just run it by me.
You can listen to it and sweep. You have a threshold. And you can sweep it right here.
Lay that to a G.
And of course, this, when you do have a custom preset here, don't allow Vocal Assistant to do everything for you. It's not going to be everything, but even though it is real good and it's really fun to play with, just make sure that you get to learn the different modules that you get in Nectar. Of course, that second EQ, pretty good. Some pretty good suggestions here. And then you have your compressor where you can set it to a solid state, a digital compressor, vintage compressor, or an optical compressor, which is pretty cool. I just really just digged it. And then of course you have your release, your makeup gain, where you right now it's in auto gain mode. So you can, well, what it will do is as vocals get louder or something like that, it will turn it up and down. Pretty close to what the Teletron's LA2A is, even though I would think that would be this right here. But it just allows you that option here. And of course, you have your different ways to read peak or RMS. Yeah, and then of course, everything is very visual heavy here. So you
Whoa, just run it by me. Whatever you need, lay that to a G. Cause you got that whip appeal.
As you see that downwards compression that's going on. So yeah, that vocal chain that they suggested was very good. Also, it gave it a little bit of reverb, obviously. So that's really dope. And the reverb in itself is pretty damn good. I really like the fact that it's like a band style. And, you know, you can sweep your frequency. And
whoa, just run it by me. Whatever you need, lay that to a G.
And also, I want to remind you that in this project that I'm using right now, I do have Nectar on each and every last part of the vocals. So I'm screen recording and I'm using 6 Nectars at once. All right, so I have the vocals in front of me right now that I'm going to hear. I'm going to go ahead and play them for you. They're singing. There's some things that I want to do to it, obviously.
Whatever you want, whatever you need.
So I'm going to fast forward here as I do Vocal Assistant again, and we're going to set this up. So let's talk about pitch correction, aka auto tune. And this module right here is pretty simple and sweet. You can see it's been reworked if you had Nectar 2, but in Nectar 3 it's pretty cool to look at. I like the way that the UI translates itself. So I'm gonna play the audio.
Whatever you want, whatever you need.
So with that, we're gonna turn the correction on, but I'm also going to set the key. The key of the track is in F, and the chord or the progression or scale is minor. So I'm going to select that and let's hear it.
You've got that whip appeal. You've got that whip appeal.
So as you can see, it works pretty well. You can adjust the speed of it, of course. So if you don't really want it to be that fast as far as the pitch correction, you can have it really slow.
Whatever you want.
Or you can set the mix of it. So you can have as much of the pitch correction as you want, or even have it parallel, or just take it away to whatever is satisfactory. Also, I'm just going to go ahead and over exaggerate it and have it the speed really fast so we can get that taste.
You've got that whip appeal. You've got that whip appeal.
So as you can see, it's pretty simple and sweet. So from here, I'm just going to go ahead and get into the broadcasting part of this. So here is where you can see where I'm running Nectar 3 on my vocals right now on my microphone, which is a Blue Yeti. And you can see that you can get some pretty cool stuff going when it comes to vocals. And what I'm going to do is go into the presets And we're going to select different presets here. I'm going to go ahead and go down to the voiceover dialog and tell me which ones that you like. This is the audiobook preset. Tell me how you feel about this one. This is the bigger, deeper preset. Here is the clear voiceover preset. Here is the home voiceover enhancer preset. Here is the intense movie trailer preset. Here is the light FM voiceover preset. Here is the loud and proud presenter preset. This is the podcast ready preset. Prize giveaway preset. Come on down. This is the radio commercial female preset. This is the radio commercial male preset. This is the rich in presence preset. This is the surgical shaping preset. I'm going to go with the intense movie trailer preset. I actually like that type of feel. Also, it's worth noting that there is a limiter. So if you set it, the limiter right here, and you squash your vocals, of course. And then, of course, if you have it up here, then you are keeping it at a controlled level or brick walling or whatnot. So that way that things won't be too loud if you don't want it to be too loud. And, of course, you can turn it off so you don't have to have that. And I just want to show off a couple of things here, as it does have more modules that you can add. And you can also add a delay, and I'm going to add a delay for the sake of doing so. So that is pretty cool for like voiceovers or anything that you do live broadcast. Pretty entertaining stuff, right? And of course you can delete it by going to this X, and that will delete it. But I'm going to go back into the modules here and show you that there is harmony, of course, which sounds crazy right now. And of course you can add different harmonies at your own free will and do crazy stuff. It's also worth noting that you can control this with MIDI as well. All right, so there is some more stuff, of course. As you can see in the dimensions, you can control like chorus, flanger, and phaser. So I'm going to go ahead and do all that. And you have your different parameters that you can control. And of course, I'm using everything else, which I've talked about, but except for like saturation, of course. Adding saturation, you have some pretty cool presets that you can do. You can do retro, tube, warm, and decimate and distort. Let's go ahead and do some decimate, right? Why not? Oh, there we go.
So let me know in the comment section how you feel about this. I kind of feel really good about this. I think it's a really strong tool. And if you're asking me how do I rate this, I definitely give this the DJ Mcree stamp of approval. So let me know how you feel about it.